You know, Greg, I'm still really sensitive about that. Hey, welcome back to more Limbus Company. We got started with our tutorial stuff. Alleged tutorial. I'm gonna claim that because, always, Project Moon is very good about giving you stuff for free. The way that the pass works is that you will always get the top line stuff, regardless of whether or not you've paid. However, if you buy the pass, then you will also get the stuff on the bottom. Again, we're not gonna get terribly far with it. This one, if we somehow do manage to get really far, then maybe, but yeah. We do have a, yeah. We'll grab these. The new managers, welcome. If it shows up with a yellow, that means that you do have a 3-star. Okay, you'll see on there. Well, okay. So when you pick these up, the gray ones are just your 1-stars. But they're not completely useless. Never mix that up. We'll see exactly why in a moment. Oh, I have been so afraid. Got another She Association. We already have most of the She Association. And already getting to a something that makes Let's Playing Gotchas especially more interesting. I do not have this one on my main account. Yeah, I do not have Blade Lineage Yi-Song on my main account. Now, well, of course you do mainly have your your grayed out ones. There is a chance that it is fucking lying to you. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. You can see that this kind of has a different one. That means, and when we pull it, since it's in a circle, that means that it is an ego. The new ego for us, Lantern. Not to be confused with Meat Lantern, this is for Fey Lantern. And we'll also just do... Never do the standard extraction, by the way. We'll do one target on Ishmael. Damn, good. An ego, too. Okay. Yeah, never do standard extraction because any of the banner extractions will give you... I'll show it off in a moment. But we'll go through. Okay. Again, a duplicate. Christmas Nightmare. I do have Christmas Nightmare. I don't have Lantern for Gregor, by the way, so that's... Oh, so any of the banners will have this Yi-Sung ideality. When the banner ends, this will be converted into Thread. What Thread does, if we show it on here, if we press the Uptie button, this is essentially how you... Well, okay, this is one of the ways that you level up your identities. You'll get Thread, which then you can use to buff up the IDs. There is also, of course, the levels. We'll get to how you do levels later. If we press dispense, this is where we get a lot of things. Anytime that you pull, you'll get, pull a duplicate, I should say. You'll get certain points. I believe it is, I think it's 3 for a regular, 15 for a duplicate 2-star, and 50 for a duplicate 3-star. You can never pull duplicate ego. Once an ego is pulled, it is removed from the pool entirely. So yeah. And, so you have all of these, which they are used for uptie 4, which is the highest as of right now. As well as used for the dispensary. In the dispensary, if we click, well, we can see right here, there's 4, I probably should have done, no, we'll just stand fair. Well, whatever. We can see 400, so that means if we have 400 Faust shards, then we can just pull this when we want to. 2 stars are 150, 3 stars and ego are both 400. There are also things from events. Announcers, don't worry about them. You can't pull them. No, you can pull them, but only, like, specifically. So, I don't think... Oh, we do actually have announcers that we can pull from this. I did not know that. Don't worry about it, though. But yeah, the dispensary is very kind to you all the time. You will not be able to pull things so, right now, we are at the end of Season 5, so we can't pull anything from Season 4, but Season 3 we can. We can pull stuff from this for now, but, yeah. It'll be, it staggers by season, so once we hit so next season we'll be able to pull stuff from 4, dispense things from 4, I should say. And then, once we get to Season 7, we'll be able to dispense things from Season 5, so on and so forth. There is also Walpurgisnacht. This is tie-ins with Library and Lobotomy. It's a limited time event. Probably this is going to be happening a little bit after Season 7. Probably, I would say probably second banner of Season 6, rather. They were... the assumption was that it would probably be going on, probably be this update on Wednesday for me, would be when it was, but since it's so close to the season start, they delayed Walpurgisnacht, which is fine. It's the only time you can pull these. Now going into these, we can see when we click on here, there is the 2 tabs for Identity and Ego. We tab them, we can see what we have on here. Of course, Threadspin is the same as Uptying, but different name. Yeah. Generally speaking, for identities, we'll show off with that. You'll have passives. Kind of went into this passives. Passives will have a couple different things in them. There'll be a Sin Affinity, and it'll either be owned or residence. She Association of Residence? Yes. Owned just means you have to have that much. Typically, I find owned better than residence, but residence is very solid as well. Residence is just, you have to actually chain it. That's the main reason for chaining, but is passives. Uptie 2 will get you your normal passive, so when they're in combat this activates. Uptie 3 will give you the support passive, which means even when they're not being used, that's what they'll have. Let's go into all of our all the things that we just pulled. Blade Lineage Yi Sung. Generally speaking, Blade Lineage does poise. Poise it's 5 times potency to do a critical hit for 1.5 times damage. Blade Lineage Yi Sung is considered to be like god awful, but whatever. It's fine. Yeah. Poise generally kind of struggles with counts, but yeah, this is, oh god, 8 rolling skill 2. Ugh. I mean, I know it's off type 1, but still. Rose Spanner Workshop Fixer does Tremor. The big thing with charges, you build it up on yourself and you use it, same as Runa. Tremor is the most interesting. Tremor does nothing by itself, as I mentioned before. but it does everything with Tremor Burst. Tremor Burst raises the stagger threshold. I don't think we can see stagger threshold on here. Sadly not. But it raises the stagger threshold. Tremor can be very useful, but it's definitely situational, I would say. For Ego, they only have the one passive, which will activate for the entire battle after you've used it. And that unlocks at tier 2. Christmas Nightmare, 3 attack weight. I believe it goes up to 5 at level 4. I might be thinking of a different one. A different Ishmael Ego. But yeah. I think that was all of the... No, I also got that. So yeah, let's go through all of them. Roast Banner Workshop Fixer it's a pretty basic Tremor ID. It's nothing too great. W Corp Hong Lu uses Charge Barrier. Charge Barrier is really good. I believe he can flip Charge Barrier overall. No, just on the skill 3. Skill 3 is unlock at uptie 3 as well. But Charge Barrier is very good. It's just a flat shield. It doesn't tend to be too much. You end up getting like 5, I think, from his 3, something along that, like up to 5, I think it is. But still, that's 15 shield for nothing, which can make a difference. She Heathcliff. It's a She, so it's the She they have. They do stuff at low HP. She Association are considered like pretty bad as well. Butler Ishmael is both poise and sinking, as well as haste. Sure. Inflict slash fragility, so they take extra damage. I believe it's 5% more, I think. Then we also had the She Ishmael does poise. It sure is a poise. And then Lantern Gray. We can go to Ego to see it. So it's a heal. That's actually pretty good. It's a lot of rupture. Greg has some pretty decent rupture stuff for himself. Oh, if we click on here, we can change. We have on this, fancy. What do I like the look of? I had none of these in particular. They are great. I guess I'll do Ishmael. Permission to vroom vroom indeed. One thing that I almost forgot, if we go back in, you can see this stuff up here. For progressing through a chapter, or a canto, because Dante's Inferno, you get free stuff, and for getting the EX objective, you'll get an extra 260. Yeah, I mean, it's, 650 lunacy for just playing the game. Not bad. Not bad in the slightest. Yeah, I'll actually, yeah, I can bring this stuff up. So we can see that there's a lot of numbers here. The number on the left is how much of that resource you generate. The way that it calculates that is based off of what skills you have. So a skill 1 will generate 3, a skill 2 will generate 2, and skill 3 will generate 1. Because the way that the game works is that you have a quote-unquote skill deck of 6. 3 skill 1s, 2 skill 2s, and 1 skill 3. I think it just removes the skill 3 possible. I think it's just 5. I think it's just a deck of 5 if you're not uptie 3. No one usually does anything at uptie less than 3, but We're early game. So the number on the left is how much you generate with this current setup. The number on the right is how much your ego uses. So for example, for this, I guess none of the ones that we pulled have anything else, so we don't really have that high of a cost. For identities, you can only equip one at a time. Ego, you can equip up to, okay. Asterisk, up to 5 at a time. There are no A-lift here yet. But you can equip one for every level. So for example, if I had another HE, or if I had another Teth, then if I chose that, I wouldn't be able to use Lantern. But I could still have Suddenly One Day and Lantern side by side. Again, there's no A-lift out yet. There's not too many Vovs. I want to say there's only like 5. Indica's Trial is one of them, but there's how many are there? Yeah, both of the end ones for the pass. Like, if we go like Lasso on here is a Teth. But the later ones, I believe that it has, yeah, there's Hexdale Roja as an HE. But then there is, where is it? Is that 90? Yeah, Yearning Merkala is a Vov. So there's 2 for here. There's, what even is the, oh, duh, Vines. Are these both Vovs? Yes, okay. Oh, I can just see it from there. There's 2 there, there's 2 there. Indica Trial, I believe, yeah, Blind Obsession. Hold up, I lost my count. There's 2, 3, 5, and then I believe just Sanguine Desire Roja. Yeah, so, or 8, because now Indica Trial. And presumably there's going to be 2 more once the new season comes out. I don't think they'd be getting to A-lift quite yet. They've done a very good job of pacing things out. Yeah. Like, we're at Section 3s right now. Section 3s, we're still at Vovs. Yeah. Regardless, yeah, that'll do it for this time. God, that's... Oh, Season 1. Never mind. I thought that was current season. Which is, like, really good still. Regardless, that'll do it for this time. Next time, we'll do a thing.